Hello and welcome to the Car Care channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to service the hybrid battery fan filter for 2018 and up Toyota Camry, and it happens to be the same procedure for 2019 and up Toyota Avalon. Also in this video, we have this 2020 Camry behind me. I'm going to take you on a tour on some basic maintenance items that while you're in maintenance mode, checking the high voltage fan filter, maybe you should look at the other stuff to make sure everything in tip-top shape for your car. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some of my other videos. If you are a returning subscriber, well, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. And without further ado, let's get to work. So a small overview before we get started. On your Camry Hybrid and Avalon Hybrid, and for that matter, every Toyota Hybrid and Lexus Hybrid, you should be checking this hybrid fan filter regularly. If you use the back seat heavy, you got little ones in the back, you got pets, you drive Uber, you drive Lyft, you have heavy traffic in the back seat, you're gonna wanna check this every month. But if you don't, and you occasionally use the back seat, you could go years before the fan filter gets dirty. However, better safe than sorry. You're gonna wanna start checking it every month or so. If it's clean after a month, check it the next time every 3 months, then 6 months, then a year. So it's gonna vary. There's no exact interval when you should check it and when does it get dirty. If it's dirty, you can clean it, you can replace it, that's up to you. But the official procedure is to clean it, replace as needed if it's torn or destroyed otherwise. Having said that, let's move to the removal. All right, so we are on the passenger side of the car, on the back seat, on the corner of the back seat. This is the intake for the fan that cools the hybrid battery, which sits underneath the back seat in these cars. There's one clip that holds this panel up. You're going to use a flathead screwdriver or a Phillips screwdriver. This is a plastic screw, so try not to put too much pressure into it. Just kind of put your hand and lightly turn it until you see it start coming out. When you can, put your hand on it and pull it. Just pull it. And then there's a second part, sometimes that stays in. You're gonna go behind it with a screwdriver and pop it out. Once we've got the clip out, you're gonna use that same screwdriver or a little plastic trim tool. Just kind of grab the edge, like so. And then we're gonna pull the whole panel out, just like so. That's the panel. Here's the filter and the vent. If you are a car care nut like myself, this is where the actual fan is. You can see it right here. I'm putting my hand on it. You can actually take a rag and clean this area if it has dust or debris built up. This car is very clean, so I'm not worried about it. I looked at the fan with the light. Looks very clean, so that's good. The filter is doing what it's supposed to do. Let's go clean the filter. So here's the door that we took out, and the filter is on the back. To remove this filter from the door, you see that it's clipped here, so we wouldn't want to rip the filter, especially if you're reusing it. Right here, you're gonna pull this tab first, and then we're gonna pull it up, 2 more tabs here, and then the whole thing just kind of comes off. You can vacuum this guy, you can use compressed air. Do not use water because it damages the filter. Or if you're gonna replace it, here's the part number for that. In this car, per the customer request, we're gonna go ahead and replace the filter, but I'll show you how to clean it if you need to clean yours. Use some compressed air. Now this is how the filter sat, so the dirt comes from this way going that way, so we're going to blow it from the opposite direction. Now this filter is not really super dirty, but the owner of this car is a car care nut like myself. No clean, replace the filter, and that I'll leave that one up to you. So here's a new filter. Doesn't come in a box or anything, just comes in a little plastic bag. Let's open it up. Here's a brand new filter. Also, you want to look at the grate if it's dirty. This is a good time to clean it. You can clean this with water because it's just a piece of plastic, but make sure it's completely dry before you reinstall it. To reinstall the filter, you're going to want to look at these 2 tabs first and look at the 2 openings in the filter. We're going to line these up, install them here first, just like so, and then continue pushing the filter. There's 2 more tabs here that you're just going to push to engage the filter on them. Just like so, and then the last one at the very top. At this point, filter is sitting, life's good. Let's go put it back in the car. First things first, when you install it, you're gonna look at this side, which has this little tab. You see right there, right here. That's gonna go in first. So we're gonna slide it, engage that tab, and then kind of drive the filter this way. line up all the tabs, and once you got it kind of engaged, give it a tap, and the thing is on. This clip loves to come apart like this in two pieces. So what you're going to do is you're going to install this piece first without the plastic screw. If it's still attached, in your case, like this, that's okay too. You either install it like this, or if it came completely out, just like this, install this part first. And then the plastic screw, you actually don't have to screw it all the way in. Just put it, give it a push. That's it. That's one job well done. So now, before we wrap up this video, we're already in maintenance and car care nut mode. Let's take a look around the car, make sure everything is good, starting with a simple oil level check. Now, you want to make sure one thing. Start the car, let it run for a minute or two, then check the oil level. That's what I recommend usually. Once you shut off the car, wait for a minute or two, then check the oil level. If the car is cold, expect the oil to be between full and half. If the car is fully warmed up, you're going to expect the oil level to be at full, or perhaps just under full. Depends how warm the car is, but you never want it to be over full. So let's go ahead and check the oil level on this car. Now, one note, I've never worked on this car. This is the first time the car comes to me. This car is a 2020 Camry. It has around 20,000 miles. It has never been to any other mechanic but the dealership under the free Toyota Care. So let's check the oil level here. I just ran it, shut it off. We waited a minute or two. And would you look at that? I really hope the camera can pick this up. Right there. I hope you can see it. It's overfilled, and this seems to be a phenomena with dealerships. I've talked about this a previous video on things you should never do to a Toyota Hybrid. Never overfill the oil. This one is overfilled. I'm going to consult with the owner. If they want to do it here, we can correct the level, or they can take it back to the dealership and have them correct the level. That's up to the owner of the car. But if this is your car and the dealership was the last person who did the oil change, you need to take it back. Not yelling and screaming, however, have them correct it, because especially in hybrids, this is not a good idea. This oil could end up in the intake and start the problems early. So that's one thing. See, this is how you pick up stuff. If you just trust and never check, never do, you don't know when you have an oil leak. You don't know when it's overfilled. You don't know anything, even though it's a new car. You still have to check. Next, let's look at our coolant. We got our inverter coolant right here, our engine coolant. This is the reservoirs on the side, the overflow reservoirs. As long as they are between low and full, we're good. Again, this depends on the temperature. I'm looking at these two. They look good. Next, let's take a look at our air filter. Engine air filter, very simple. It's just most of them. Some of them will be slightly different, but most of them you just pop two tabs and the filter is out. This filter looks okay. It's not brand new clean, but it's okay. I think we're gonna mark this one as yellow. These filters typically get replaced, recommended for replacement, around 30,000 miles or whenever is needed if it's before that. So this filter has another 10,000 miles. So I think it's right along for the ride. It's halfway. Actually, it's more than halfway if you count it, but it's good. We're going to go ahead and reinstall it. But before we do, we're going to look inside the box. Always look inside the box before you reinstall your air filter. If you see a lot of leaves and debris, do consider vacuuming them out, because they're all going to end up in the filter and making it dirty first. This one is pretty clean, so life is good. We're going to go ahead and reinstall this filter. Let's move on for the last filter we're going to check on this car. Let's check the cabin filter, and these will be different, very hard to film. Here's the first door you pop out, and then the second door. Here it is. Note that the second door on these will have an up arrow, so remember that, because it can go both ways. And they went back to the kind of, what do you call it, the cradle to hold this, so that also has an up arrow. Looking at this filter, and supposedly this filter was just replaced, and it doesn't exactly look like it, but we'll benefit of the doubt. I'll consult with the owner of the car and see if this was really just replaced or it's been a while, because it does have a little bit of leaves on it, but it's not dirty. So normally I would just flip this, get the leaves off of it, and put it back, because it's not dirty, but I would mark it yellow. So let me go ahead and do that. So I had to pause this video right here, because let me tell you what exactly happened with this filter. So some Toyotas under the Toyota Care program gets a charcoal activated cabin filter every 10,000 miles. Toyota did this on the models that are susceptible to the odor in the AC system. But that's not the point here. I go look in the service history. This car was at the dealership 2 weeks ago for a 20,000 mile service under the Toyota Care program. Well, they did not replace the cabin filter initially. 2 days later, it appears on the record that the cabin filter was replaced. I asked the owner. The owner says, I've only been there once. Here's what happens. Here's my best guess. They forgot to replace the cabin filter. But since Toyota's paying for it and they wanted to get paid, they just charge the cabin filter to warranty and call it a day. Well, that's not how the world works. That is very unethical and horrible. And then later, I took that cabin filter out again, and I'm looking at it. That is not a charcoal activated cabin filter. That's just a cheapo regular one. So they not only missed to replace it the second time, the first time they replaced it at 10,000 miles, they put the wrong one in, not the one that Toyota wants to be replaced. Folks, this is how you catch dealerships and their horrible acts. You see this, you're done with that dealership. Do your work yourself, find a trusted mechanic, or change dealerships. This is very horrible. And I actually happen to know the dealership that did this because they are in the Chicago area. And I was very surprised because I know a few good techs there. And all it takes is one bad technician to do these games and ruins the whole reputation of the dealership, at least for me and for the owner of this car. And let's install this guy back, watching the arrow up. And then the little door also arrow up. And then the last door. Now we got one more thing to check. So last but not least, we're going to take a look at the battery. And most of these hybrids, the battery's in the trunk. In the case of the Camry that we're looking at, 2020, all the way here. They made you a little nice door so you wouldn't have to disassemble everything. Battery's right here. Let's go ahead and give it a quick test. This looks like a 345 cca. I got my little battery tester that I did a review on. I'll leave it in the description if you're interested. Let's go ahead and give it a test. Make sure everything is good. So this battery is saying good recharge. I'm gonna let the owner know. And I have to pause this video yet again to tell you what happened with the battery. I consulted with the owner of the car, and he told me that when he took it for the 20,000 mile service 2 weeks ago, as we said, when they royally messed up the cabin filter thing, they told him that they recharged the battery and life is great. Battery passed the test after the recharge, and they accused him of leaving things on like interior lights and whatnot. Well, I asked this customer, I'm like, bring this car to the dealership where I work because I have to process this under warranty because this is a car still under warranty. I test the battery, it doesn't even take a charge, it immediately fails. This is a battery that supposedly passed 2 weeks ago. Well, internally, I look at it, it's not even on the record. So there's a process for warranty batteries. You have to process it as a warranty. Technicians will get paid for warranty work to charge a battery. That was not on the record. Nothing happened. They didn't even do anything for the battery. I test the battery, it fails. I inspect the car. There's a significant draw that's killing the battery from the DCM, which is Data Communications Module. There's a software update. There's a Technical Service Bulletin, TSB. I do the TSB, the draw is gone, replace the battery under warranty, and life's good. I don't understand what's wrong with the other dealerships. What, you don't want the work? I mean, this is almost an hour in labor that they just didn't want to do. And the customer's not paying for it. This is all warranty. I just don't understand what's up with this dealer. So at this point, you've done your basic checks, and I'll share with you because this is how technicians check cars. We're just going to look at the common stuff, the obvious stuff. Of course, I didn't go through the whole inspection because this is meant to be DIY. Lift the car up, look for leaks, check tires, check brakes, which I peeked under this car. Everything looks okay. After all, it's a 2020 Camry with hybrid with 20,000 miles. Not much is expected to be wrong other than just basic maintenance item. So we're going to inform the owner of this car that we've completed the job. We put a new hybrid fan filter. We're also going to inform them that the air filter and the cabin filter are yellow mid-life. If they want to replace it, that's up to them, but I wouldn't until we get to 30,000 miles. Then we're going to inform them about the battery. This battery is under warranty, so I'm going to inform the customer that this needs to go back to the dealership, Battery needs to be tested, charged, replaced as needed under warranty. I hope this video was helpful and informative. I hope this gives you a small glimpse in how you should be checking your car, looking around, make sure everything looks good, the basic maintenance that you could do yourself. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some of my other videos. And until the next video, folks, may the Lord bless you and keep you, and you have yourself a wonderful day.